This is really strange, but when you feed the crickets, they steal the pellets and then they fight over them as well. It's actually quite amusing to watch. Okay, watch them. They grab they're just small cat pellets. But it's amazing how strong they are. Even the little ones can grab the pellets. I'd say this pile of pellets will probably be gone by tomorrow morning. I think I've got probably maybe 250 crickets in here. They're all just dispersed within the egg crates. You can't really see them, but a couple are brave enough to come out, you know. So I started this breeding box with approximately 35 very mangy, dead looking crickets. Now I've got this many, and yeah, they just breed like crazy. I mean, like I said in the past, I just put the peat moss at the bottom, and that seems to be quite good because they just lay the eggs and they hatch after about a week, and you get pinheads. See that tiny little one? It looks a bit like an ant, but yeah. Yeah, just running a 60-watt bulb in there. The other day I cleaned out the whole box and then sprayed silicone on the sides so that nothing can get in. I found that I had a couple of moths getting in. They might just have gone through the holes at the top, but yeah, who knows. Yeah, also had a problem with mites. I wasn't really sure how to fix that, so what I did was I replaced all the peat moss at the bottom, put new clean crates in there, and threw away a lot of the crickets that were living in the soil, because it was infested completely. It was big little clumps of the mites in there themselves. I had put some wood lice in there before to try and get rid of some of the droppings from the crickets. But what happened was that I think the woodlice may have died and the crickets just ate them, because they do have a tendency to either, eat each other, or they eat any protein that you put in there. For example, that cat food that I put in there, they like it a lot, and I don't think they really differentiate between different protein sources. But I find that if you keep the box quite moist, if you spray it down, and like I did, I've mixed in some water crystals with the peat moss. That'll keep the humidity quite high. The mites don't like high humidity, so that's one way to limit their growth. The other thing you can do is also, replacing the egg crates, removing the crickets every now and again, and just replacing everything in there is one way to limit the growth of mold and fungus and stuff like that. But the thing with fungus is it has to have somewhere to grow. If you've got any food left over and it lingers around and starts growing mold, that's where it's going to come from. But I find that these small handful of food like that will not last very long. Not long enough for mold to start growing anyway. And for temperature, currently sitting at about 21 degrees. It's probably just a good indication. I mean, it might be warmer underneath the light bulb itself, but yeah, it doesn't seem to make much of a difference. One thing I will say, it doesn't look like the crickets really like to share their food, so I guess the bravest ones are the ones that come out and eat. But if they do feel startled, they do usually just take the food with them, carry it back under the egg cartons themselves. I generally don't give the crickets much in the way of any like greens and stuff. I don't see the need for it. The greens are mostly just for moisture. I provide moisture with the I've got a bucket of water crystals, so if I ever need to, I just chuck a handful of water crystals in there, and that seems to supplement their moisture requirements. Also, my brother has this mealworm box, which is quite near. It's a bit hard to see. But I think there was mites in there. It used to be sitting here on the table, and I think some of the mites may have come off of there and gone into there. So I've cleaned the whole table and removed the mealworms up to there so that they don't get on there. It's just my stack of egg cartons, just when I need to replace the old ones. And yeah, that's about it. Just a quick update on what's been going on around here and what I've done with the crickets. But yeah, hopefully make another video soon, just showing you like when I've got more adults and stuff like that. But at the moment I've got mostly mediums and up to adults. I've got about 3 female adults in there, so we'll see how it goes. All I do is just feed them every day and see how they grow fast. So yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll update you with what's happening with the crickets in the future. See you later. Oh hey guys, just a quick afterthought. If there's anything that I haven't covered in the video, or anything that you'd like to know about breeding crickets, just leave them in the comments below, or otherwise just yeah, I may cover it in a future video. But yeah, if there's anything you'd like to know, just leave it in the comments. Sweet, thanks for watching my video, and I hope that you come back soon to see more. Thanks, see ya, bye.